Hey guys, it's Satya of Millennial Cure. Happy Sunday. I'm so excited to be sharing with you today. Today I really want to talk about something that has really been on my mind. And I've been talking to a lot of people, and I think in the past couple of months it's really built up to this boiling point for me where I really have to share with you. And what I'm talking about is the fact that a lot of people out there are anticipating the worst. And it's really gotten me quite a bit worked up because I talk to so many people, and I either meet people or I'll get on the phone or on social media, and the first thing that they'll talk about is they'll talk about the bad thing that's bothering them now, or the thing that they feel that's coming on that they don't want. For example, if you feel a cold coming on or a headache coming on, or perhaps there are even some people that nothing is happening right now, but they're just speaking that in months to come or in weeks to come they'll feel a certain way. And I'm just like, if you don't want that thing, why are you speaking it? It really doesn't make sense. And I was recently at a seminar where a gentleman was speaking, and he said one thing that really resonated with me. And he said a lot of us are plagued with the I know it syndrome. And for a lot of that, many of us might be speaking all of these negative things into our lives, but we don't realize what an impact it's having, and we don't realize that we may know what to do, but we're truly not implementing it in our lives because we really do not know that thing. And I'll explain to you why you don't know it. Now, see, a lot of us may know that we should speak right. A lot of us may know that when we speak bad things and we continuously speak bad things, it comes into our life, but yet we persist in doing that. So I meet a lot of people that know all these things, and they say, well, I know that. I know that, when I speak the things I want, then automatically my attitude will change. Not just my attitude, but the outcome of the thing that I'm going through. It may not change immediately, but at best, the way you feel will change, and that is just totally worth speaking what you want. So in the I know it syndrome, what it really is talking about is that, you keep saying that that I know certain things about my life, right? I know that, if I have a cold or if I have a headache, the more that I say that I feel horrible, I feel sick, gosh, it's going to be worse tomorrow. I've heard people say that gosh, I'm just going to be out all night, it's going to be a horrible night, right? And the more you speak it, the more it comes to pass, right? So what I'm trying to say is that there is something very unique about having the knowledge, but also implementing it. Because a lot of times, they say that ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. And that is exactly what it is. It's knowledge on ice, and it's really not knowing. Because the more you do not implement, the more you do not know. And the second thing I'll share with you is many of us, although we know these things, we may not be ready to receive it, right? And that made so much sense to me because I recently heard that, a friend of mine was saying, he was speaking, and he said that, there are things that we hear over and over and over. And these are things that we need to change in our lives. These are things that we need to improve in our lives. But because we're not ready to receive that message, we mentally block it out. It's just like noise in your ears or silence in your ears, whatever you want to call it. But because we're not ready to accept that thing, we totally say, you know what, mind, you're not ready to hear it. So you could hear it like 50, 100 times. But until you're ready to receive that bit of advice or information, that thing will keep happening to you. Now, in order to what you really want to do to get rid of the I know it syndrome and to start speaking and anticipating great things in your life is simply put, write 5 to 10 lines out of simple sentences that of what you would want in your life, okay? And it might be very different for you to gather because or to accept, because I think the way we speak is a culture we've created, okay? And because it's been done for generations, we think it's so weird when we do the right thing, and it's so weird when we say that you ought to speak what you want in your life, because you've been so conditioned to believe that you ought to not speak that way, because you think that when you speak not what you have, but what you want in your life, then you're creating a facade. Well, I think the more if you heard the saying, fake it till you make it, then the more you speak the things that you want that you don't necessarily have, the more you're conditioning your mind to be cognizant of the things that you do want, and not just cognizant of it, but to accept it into your life. Because I believe that we're creating our lives right now, right? And the more you accept that the more we put out those thoughts out there, the more that good things will come to us, or whatever kind of thoughts that you're putting out there, that thing will definitely come to us. So that's what you want to be very mindful of, is that the more you speak, whatever you speak, regardless of what it is, it will come to pass. And don't be surprised when it does. But anyways, I've had fun sharing with you. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great one.